Hi, everybody. We are so excited to announce that we are officially going on tour. 15 dates this fall. We are getting on the bus. It's a Penny Lane moment. We're upgrading our VIP experience this time around. There's a book, a Lady Secrets book with purchase with every single ticket. I hope we're coming to a city near you. You can check out all the tour stops at theladygang.com/tour. We'll see you there.
Well, what is this?
Welcome to the Lady Gang.
That's amazing. Say that again.
The Lady Gang.
Things are about to change around here.
Each week we catch up with Hollywood's hottest girl posse, Kelty Knight, Becca Tobin, and Jack Vanek.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Lady Gang. I'm Becca Tobin here with Jack Vanek and Kelty Knight. And I just ate Flamin' Hot Cheetos and my mouth is like fuego.
They are addicting because they get so hot that you just got to keep eating more so your mouth doesn't like overheat. And then you just keep eating more and more and then the bag's gone.
Is it flaming hot?
It's
flamin'.
It's pretty hot. Wait, do you know the life hack with Flamin' Hot Cheetos?
No.
You dip them in cream cheese.
Why?
To kill the heat?
Because it's the best combo.
Excuse me. It's been a while
Ever.
since I did that on the
It
podcast.
is?
Mm-hmm. It's a delicious combo because it's like the baseness of like the cream cheesy milk offsets the flamin' hotness.
Fat, acid, salt, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like in my childhood, my mom made a lot of foods with cream cheese that like weren't supposed to have cream cheese in them.
But cream cheese makes everything better.
It's like
salad.
it was like It was like a taco salad, and then all of a sudden there's cream cheese, and I was like, no, I wanted regular cheese on my taco. Like it just doesn't make sense that it's cream. Or like they're like it's cream cheese with jalapenos on the top. Nobody asked for that.
I'm pretty sure anytime you have a delicious food, whether it's a bolognese or a taco salad, there's a cream cheese in it.
There's some kind of a cheese.
It's always cream cheese, though. Like, anytime I want to
But what is cream cheese? Is it just creamed cheese, or is it like what actually is cream cheese?
Well, you know, the Google machine
Is it a liquid? Is it?
It's not
sour
a liquid.
milk?
Is it?
It's between a solid and a liquid.
I know it's like
milk
a
and
gel.
cheese.
No, it's a gel, but like
It's not a gel.
Would the TSA take it out of your travel pack? Yes, it's a gel.
What exactly is cream cheese?
Thank you, Jack.
It's a cross between cheese and milk.
Yes, but what? So it's not hardened cheese; it's soft cheese. It's a milky cheese. Anyway, if you work in the dairy,
it's a fresh cheese defined by the FDA as containing at least 33% fat with a moisture content of 55% or
So
less.
moisture.
It's soft, smooth, and mild.
Oh. Okay.
Also, it's good with the Flamin' Hot Cheetos because when you have something that's too spicy, people tell you to have milk.
Yes,
Exactly.
It's
That's
like
what I'm saying.
So the Flamin' Hot Cheetos were actually for my nephew who wanted nothing to do with me. It was his birthday, and he loves Flamin' Hot Cheetos, and you can't get them crunchy specifically. You cannot get them in the UK, and so I was planning on sending them with the Lakers jersey I got him that he asked for his birthday in the mail, and then the mail wanted to charge me $244 to send 2 bags of Cheetos and a jersey, and I was like, I like you. I don't like you $244 worth. So I
Apparently
kept
not.
the Cheetos here and packed the bag with the jersey.
Well,
Okay.
Now we know how
It's
you really
time for-
feel.
Good week.
Yes, it is.
Bad week. Oh, no.
Who wants to go first?
I'll go.
Everyone should know we're together right now.
Yeah,
We're
I think
together.
I think they can tell.
I think they can tell because it is good.
Okay, so my good week is this weekend on Saturday. I had a little brunch bop around the West Side. My favorite thing to do when I'm at home. And we went to this bar called the Waterfront. Now, the Waterfront it can go either way. Like sometimes it's a chill vibe. Sometimes it's like packed to the brim with people. And like it is like a West Side sort of a jaunt, if you will. So we were there this weekend and we go to like the bar that doesn't really have many people at it. And who is next to me? But
Josh Duhamel.
oh my God, no. You can read about that in the book. 2 of the men from the last Bachelor season.
Ooh, and they're friends now.
So there's these 2 guys. One of them is this guy, Greg, who is like the heartthrob. Everybody loves.
Get yourself a Greg.
Get yourself a Greg.
Get yourself a Greg.
And the other guy is this guy, Justin, who is super hot. They're both like super fucking hot. And I was like, yes.
Hey, Jared.
He was there with me. I'm like, this is my time to like spy on them. And fortunately, they stood within 10 feet of me for like 2 hours. So
You heard everything.
I wasn't close enough to hear their conversation, but I was close enough to see the interaction with them and
Girls.
the ladies. So they were standing next to the entrance of this bar, I think awaiting new patrons
Ladies.
from coming through.
Wow.
And they were kind of standing there like they were waiting. They were waiting for...
They were waiting for a flaming hot Cheeto.
They were waiting for a flaming hot
Did
Cheeto
you
to walk
say for
through.
a hot lunch?
I don't know.
That is the best thing.
I said a hot one.
A hot
Oh,
pocket.
I thought you were saying
A hot lunch.
that is such a good way to say, like, when you're scouting out hot people in a bar, like, I'm waiting for a hot lunch to be served.
Yeah. Yeah. They were. And I'm not, like, nothing bad. There's nothing to report that's, like, damning to them.
Yeah.
But it was interesting, the vibe, because it was like, I'm like, you guys, you now have it so easy. You don't have to approach girls. Like,
No.
you stand there, and enough people at this bar are
Yeah.
going to realize that you're from The Bachelor, that they're just going to, they came up, those girls left, new girls came up.
Yeah.
Those girls left, new girls came up. And I was just
It's a
watching.
smorgasbord.
It was a smorgasbord. Peggy. Of ladies.
Wow.
I loved it. I mean, that's my favorite celeb sighting. We all know this. And you guys don't know who they are, so it's fine. My bad week is Jared and I were at Trader Joe's getting some groceries. And TJ's, which they have...
The best
there's
stuff.
something about Trader Joe's that I'm
delicious.
like, why are your flavors just so perfectly put together?
I know.
That, like, a normal grocery
I
store
didn't
can't
know
do.
that I wanted this rice that also has
Curry
chocolate cake.
and, like,
you know what I
chocolate
mean?
in it.
You're like, oh, of course, obviously.
Best vegetable gyoza ever.
And it's some like great pun worthy.
Vegetable what?
Their vegetable gyoza, Trader Joe's vegetable gyoza, is unlike anything I've ever had.
Is gyoza correct?
A dumpling?
Yeah, they're gyoza.
Oh.
Gyoza?
Is it frozen?
Yeah. And you can pan fry them, but I microwave them because I don't know how to
you
use
do.
a pan.
I love you.
But Jared uses a pan. Anyways, we're at Trader Joe's. We're walking down the aisle, and we hear this like little voice in back of us, and it was like this little old lady, and she's like, I have freckly skin too, and like points at Jared, and Jared was like, she's like, we're so sensitive to the sun, and Jared's like, haha, yeah, he's like totally like, you know, being nice.
We love Jerry.
And then we go to turn to walk away. This lady starts following us.
Oh shit, she found a kindred spirit.
And she goes, you know, I've had skin cancer 4 times because I didn't get checked in the right time. She's like, they found it on my face and my arm. And she's like, you better be careful. Like, literally, I'm not kidding. We tried to leave her probably 5 different times. And she just kept following Jared around.
She's passionate.
Did she
She
have
was like
any groceries with her?
Yes, she did.
Okay.
She was a patron.
Big Maine fan. Love you a long time.
She was following Jared around like a spooky ghost.
Yeah.
Like, and we left Trader Joe's, and I made a dermatologist appointment to get my body mapped because that freaked me out so much.
Good.
But of course, Jared, and again, this is a bad week by proxy for Jared. Men are so unaware of their own bodies.
Yes.
And Jared has 1 million freckles on his body. Yeah. Like, if anybody needs to get mapped, it's this guy.
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows if he's going to make
mapped?
He's been mapped before, but not enough.
I've never been mapped.
You haven't?
No, I feel like I need to.
Everyone needs to.
Everybody does. You have to go once a year.
I've heard some horror stories lately.
Yeah.
Just make sure your hairdresser is checking in your scalp.
Oh my God. Okay.
You know, Bob Marley died from a mole on his toe.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Way to bring it down.
I've actually heard many stories about a toe mole, a deadly toe mole.
Or maybe it was a toe. Yeah. Yeah.
bet.
Sure, it wasn't an ingrown toenail because that I relate to.
that will
like that
kill
I
me.
can
kill me.
feel that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, Jared, if you're listening to this, you better make a dermatology appointment.
Great.
Because the ladies, she's haunting us.
I had a good week. I also had a celebrity sighting. I was at brunch and I saw Shannon Bador from The Real Housewives of the OC with her new hot boyfriend and some children waiting in line to get into a place that I didn't have to wait in line to, but it was much busier when she came. And I did that thing where I was super uncool, like I do, where I saw her, looked at her in the eye, and then went, ah! But like,
oh my God,
toward Chris. And Chris was like, what's wrong? And I was like, it's Shannon from the OC. And then he had to Google her, and then he Googled her, and he was like, that's not her. And I was like, it 100, because the pictures on Bravo are so airbrushed and like so beautiful. And, you know, it's like, if you saw my red carpet photo and you're like, that's not her in real life. You know what I mean? Anyway, same thing. Anyway, she's great. Shannon, it was an OC sighting. I feel like I've been to the OC twice. And I saw like 50% of the time I see a Shannon Bador.
You know, Shannon follows me on Instagram, and I did a review on TikTok.
Did she repost it?
No.
That's rude.
I did a review that was very positive because I genuinely liked
the product.
lemon drops for your water.
Yeah.
And I tagged her and I put it everywhere. And
Did she comment on it?
No bites, nothing.
Nothing.
Yikes.
But you know who did?
Heather DeVore.
Dorit.
Because
I did a Beverly Beach.
You did?
Because she has this body glow stuff.
Yeah.
And I did a Beverly Beach review of the body makeup.
Yeah.
And it is
Great.
amazing.
Really?
Yeah. You sold me on that.
Amazing.
I need to get some.
Okay.
And she commented.
Well,
I love
Dorit's
Dorit.
cool. I know she's the best. Okay, so my bad week is that I was at this wedding, and I just have it's a bad week / opinion needed. The wedding photographer had the best breasts I have ever seen in my life. She was wearing, wedding photographers, a black dress, a midi, dress. And then it had sort of like a fluttery shoulder and it was a deep V, like J-Lo at the Grammys, deep, like not belly button, but just above the belly button. No bra. These titties were out and they were like a perfect B cup. They look like they were taped up, but they couldn't have been. She was young. Like they were the most beautiful tits that I've ever seen in my life. Like I swear to God, I was like, these boobs are what I would want boobs to look like.
Do you think they were real?
They were definitely real.
Okay.
Like they were perfect. But number one, I was at a wedding and I had to look at them the entire wedding. Like they were out on display. Do you photograph a wedding when it's someone else's big day? Like, to me, this was worse than wearing a white dress to the wedding when you're not the bride. Like, don't bring your perfect tits to my wedding when you're the hired help. That's all.
There is something to be... Listen, I'm not here to shame women and what they're wearing. Wear what you want to wear.
No, wear what you want. And I don't care. I really don't care. Don't come for me.
Everyone knows what their best asset is.
Yes.
And in a professional environment, it doesn't necessarily bode well when you put that best asset on display.
Yes.
She's gone her whole life. Yes. She's probably gone her whole life getting compliments on her boobies.
Yeah.
And so it's very... it's bold to then showcase them...
Yes.
To their...
To the strangers,
perfection.
To the strangers, to the uncles, to the dads. You're bending over, you're down, you're like
as a
getting
wedding
low.
photographer, you kind of want to be
not seen.
Yeah, invisible.
She was a gorgeous woman, and I was like, I get it, you're gorgeous, but like, let the bride have her moment, and let the guest at table 13 have her fucking moment. You know what I mean? Like,
you felt down on yourself because your tits aren't that high.
I didn't wear a short dress to this wedding.
Yeah,
I put a lengthy on. I didn't show off my assets, the legs. You know what I mean? I put that away because it's not my day. Okay, it's not my day.
It's valid.
Ugh,
it's valid.
Becca?
Okay. Well, my bad week is we just experienced it.
God.
We were out at meetings in LA, and I haven't been back in LA and out in the world. I've been in LA, but I've been trapped in this house in Sherman Oaks. But we're out in the world. We're at this meeting, and I see a past friend, acquaintance person come up, and he sits down at the table next to us. And I'm like, oh my gosh, let's call him Job. Okay?
Job from Arrested Development?
Okay.
Job walks up and he sits down. I'm like, oh my gosh, Job. And I may or may not have had some intimacy with Job in the past before being married.
Yeah.
But that was in the past.
Sexy mature.
Yep. I was not mature yet. And
The dick is trash.
yeah.
There you go.
Well, it wasn't.
It wasn't.
In your mind, you're thinking... You're a legend in your own mind. And you're like, surely this person, since the day I walked out of his bedroom, has been thinking about me.
You're the one who got away.
Watching me, lurking and seeing and keeping track.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, Job, how's it going? And he's like, hey. And he gives me a hug and he says hi. He greets the ladies.
Yeah, love him.
It's so nice.
Job,
he's like, how are you? How long are you here? Which I appreciate. He knew that I no longer lived here.
Yep.
And then... we're like, well, we're doing this. We're writing another book, or we wrote another book. We're this, we're that, like whatever. And then Kelty said something, or somebody said something like, yeah, and she's got the baby now. Like assuming this person knew that I had a baby.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh,
He goes, wow, congrats.
Congrats. Whoa. And I was like, okay, well, it's upsetting because like he follows me on Instagram.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does. I went to check.
Are you
I know,
sure?
but you're muted for sure.
Are you sure?
Or the algorithm.
Yeah,
He's so
because
disinterested in your content that you're
Or
so low on his algorithm.
No, he can't help himself that he was lurking so much, and his girlfriend saw. And then and then she was like, "No, you're still in love with her." And then he's like, "No, I'm not." She's like, "Prove it." He's like, "Fine, I'll block her."
Yeah,
I don't think so. I've seen his girlfriend. She's very beautiful and much younger and more beautiful than
I'm really
me.
trying to appease
Thank
your.
you. No, I don't need it.
Your
but
ego.
here's the other part. Here's what I was thinking too, though. He is in the theatrics. And sometimes when I stalk someone too hard, I don't know what I'm supposed to know and what I'm not
He was
supposed to know.
acting. He was acting. He wasn't like, congratulations on baby Ford, born February 11th.
16th.
Yeah, like,
No, it's
with
like when
7 pounds, 14 ounces. You're
when
right.
you like stalk somebody and you're like, know what their trip to Barcelona in 2012 was like.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And
then
people
you
do
run
that
in-
all the time. And they're like, oh my God, that's Chanel you got. And
Yeah.
you're like,
Right. I actually, when I've stalked people really hard on
Yeah,
the internet
it's
and then I
embarrassing.
see them in person, I'll act like I don't know something that's obvious because I'm too scared to admit that I've seen it. So, you know what?
I
Turns
have
out
to use it.
Devil's advocate.
He had no idea you had to show.
No.
No, he did.
Does
you guys,
he?
I don't
we share,
think so.
there can't possibly be a way unless he muted me.
There
But
can't
not
possibly be a
even.
way except this reason.
We share
Except for if
so
he just
many
doesn't know.
friends.
It's true.
It is true.
I have a question for you. Devil's advocate. We have a mutual friend that recently had a baby. And
As Job.
What?
Oh, you mean you and I do?
We have a friend who's like in the podcast
lot.
world. We have a lot of group friends.
Do I know who this is?
Yeah. And she recently had a baby, and like I follow her. I quite enjoy this person. I would like to be friends with them. If I see them out, I'm like, I'm game. I got to be honest, the algorithm screws me. I barely knew she had a baby. I just saw the post, and I was like, oh my God, you had a baby. And I missed the whole pregnancy.
Yeah. I mean, it's fine, but like if you had humped her in your 20s, I just feel
The
like
fact that
I keep up.
The fact that you're still following people you've had sex with is crazy. I
Well,
know that they're like a
here's the
friend,
thing.
but like still.
It was a
Our
friendly fuck.
friendship,
Yeah,
our
friendly
friendship
fuck.
was definitely stronger than the romantics.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think maybe that's also why I'm so upset because I'm like,
You're
we're
like, I thought we were
friends.
friends.
You're not
you
an
thought-
ex-fucker.
Well,
Right.
guys, I guess there you go. Not memorable.
Job.
Shocker. And then
God
my
damn it,
good
Job.
week is somebody sent me this on Instagram because we joke that Kelty, I'll wear something and then
Kelty steals it.
They said, take some notes for sweet Kelty. I'm going to play the audio of this.
Dude, I love your shirt. It looks really good on you. Where'd you get it? Oh, thanks, dude. I thrifted it. Where? Oh, it shut down. It shut down. Yeah, it burned down. Somebody burned it. It's gone forever. Yeah. Sucks. Dude, let me see your shoes. Those are so cute. Where'd you buy them? Oh, dude, thanks. My grandma gave me these. Oh, yeah. Wow. She wore these at her wedding. Yeah, they're one of a kind. That's crazy. You won't find them anywhere. Dude, I'm living for your chains. Where'd you get them? They look so good. Where'd you get those? Oh, dude, these were used to handcuff people in Alcatraz. When I took a tour in San Francisco, I found them on the floor. Like I was walking and I just picked them up.
Handcuff people at Alcatraz is
They look
amazing.
like they're from Hot Topic. No, they're not from Hot Topic. No, I don't go there. I don't shop there. Dude, your earrings. Oh my God, where'd you get those? Dude, these are Kincaid's earrings. Stop. The ones she lost in Bora Bora. Please stop.
Anyways,
my
it goes
God.
on and on. His name is Jonathan Chavez. He's a comedian, and he is so funny. The whole thing goes on and on. I just love it so much.
I did want to tell you that, I went on this shopping trip and I got this beautiful little Chanel necklace that has a green
love
middle in
that.
it. And I love it so much. But my first thought, Becca, when I saw this at the store, I was like, I love this so much. And I was like, Becca's going to be so mad because she has an emerald necklace.
No, I'm not that crazy.
You can't claim. And if I am a May baby, if anything, I can claim the emerald.
No, is that the
I
color?
thought May is a diamond. No,
May's emerald.
April's a diamond.
Oh. Anyway, I'm sorry for copying,
No.
but you have great style.
It's only when it's like a direct
When it's the exact same thing.
or like just one step away.
Well, the problem is I'm trying to grow up in my fashion, not at this moment. But even today, we went to these meetings and you were wearing a cute top with like a cropped pant. And like, that's a very Becca look. And then I went and had the Zara version on. And like, that's my new business look. So you need a new business look. You need to upgrade because I've copied your old business look.
Kelty's
know
ready
that-
for a new look, so you got to find one for her.
I should know that by the time Kelty's ripped it off, it's time to move on.
It's jump
Thank
the
you.
shark.
Exactly.
Yes.
And that we shall jump. When we come back, secrets revealed. This episode of LadyGang is brought to you by my new amazing Caraway pan. Let me tell you something. When I read that Caraway has this non-toxic cookware and bakeware collection and that it came in like this beautiful off-white color and it was so beautiful, I was like, there's no way my egg is going to slide the way that the egg on the commercial slides off, because I burn and ruin every pan I ever get. But let me tell you something. This cookware set is the bomb. I've been posting it on my Instagram. It's so beautiful. Instead of that traditional 16-piece set, all you need is the 4 essentials: the fry pan, saute pan, saucepan, and the Dutch oven. They're so, so beautiful. 25,000 people have raved about their Caraway kitchen. It's time for you to try it yourself. And of course, I have a deal for you. Visit carawayhome.com/lady to take advantage of this limited time offer for 10% off your next purchase. The deal is exclusive for our Lady Gang listeners. So visit carawayhome.com/lady or use code LADY at checkout. Caraway, non-toxic cookware made modern.
This episode of Lady Gang is brought to you by Everlane, quality clothes made in quality workplace environments. I was already a massive fan of Everlane because I think their clothes are chic and amazing, but they also do something great. They research and audit factories and partner to find producers championing fair work conditions and reducing environmental impact. The team has direct relationships with each factory and builds strong relationships with their teams. So say goodbye to unsustainable fast fashion. Everlane designs timeless closet staples made with high-quality materials that you can wear over and over again. Each garment is made from the finest materials like grade A cashmere, Italian leather, and certified organic cotton. They strive to use the best materials with the least impact on the planet, so they prioritize sourcing raw materials from transparent, recycled, organic, and renewable sources. We love them. If you want to do things differently from your core to your closet, shop Everlane. Go to everlane.com/ladygang and sign up for 10% off your first order. That's 10% off your first order when you go to everlane.com/ladygang and sign up. Everlane, helping people live their best lives with the least impact on the planet.
This episode of Lady Gang is brought to you by Coors Light. Get Coors Light delivered straight to your door with Drizly or Instacart by going to CoorsLight.com/lady. Coors cares about the environment. They introduced the first recyclable aluminum can in the 1950s. This is like a crazy piece of history that I did not know. Later, they introduced Cash for Cans, which kicked off aluminum recycling in America. Like, they're the reason that we recycle, which is great. And they've committed to become the largest beer brand in North America to remove plastic rings by 2025, eliminating 400,000 pounds of plastic waste every year. So is Coors Light delicious? Yes. Did Chris just take some to his hockey game? He sure did. But are you feeling better about your purchase when they are reducing their carbon footprint by nearly 24%? I am. Reach for the beer that's made to chill and made for a more sustainable future. Get Coors Light delivered straight to your door with Drizly or Instacart by going to CoorsLight.com/lady. That's CoorsLight.com/lady. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Now back to the Lady Gang.
All right, we are back. Welcome to the Lady Gang podcast. As you all know, we've got a brand new book, Lady Secrets, Real, Raw, and Ridiculous Confessions of Womanhood. It is coming out September 20th.
For $1 million, I couldn't have said that.
I can't believe you remembered
byline.
It is hard. I don't know. I don't remember the byline of our first book either. Bylines are hard. It's like something that a publisher makes you write, but like nobody wants it.
What is our byline?
Real, Raw, and Ridiculous Confessions of Womanhood.
It's a mouthful.
It really is.
Sure.
You were on the Zoom when we picked it, sort of.
I think I actually might have thought of it.
You came up with the real, raw, and ridiculous.
I think you did.
The alliteration of it all.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're welcome.
It's kind of coming back to me, but I don't
I'll
know.
come back. I'll come.
right.
Anyway,
That's not the song.
So it is a song. It's a great song. by
Celine.
Celine Dion.
Coming back,
All coming back to me now.
It's Celine, right?
Yeah, Celine.
Okay, anyways.
Celine's like basically the princess of my life. So anyway. She is in Canada.
Your terminology is so good right
It's like,
now.
where do you get these things
Hot
from?
lunch. Celine is the princess of my life.
She's so special.
I agree. I cried at her show in Vegas. I actually
cried too.
only dated a guy because I knew he was going to take me.
Oh my God, amazing.
Should have what?
Yeah. I had a romantic fling with this guy. He wore eyeliner.
I love him.
Oh, seems like my type.
He was very well known in Vegas.
He's a comedian.
Chris Angel?
Chris Angel. Was it a magician?
A man of music. And
Wait, who?
briefly, it's neither here nor there.
What?
It's neither. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
He's a nobody.
He's a nobody.
No, obviously not.
But he's very well known in Vegas. And he told me the first night that we were
Was it Matt Goss?
hanging out. Who's that?
Exactly. Okay. Okay.
Matt Goss.
That he would take me to Celine in Vegas, and
Yeah.
it was a hot ticket.
You were like, hot lunch. You're like, Selena's a princess.
And I was like, okay, fine, I'll go. And I went, and then I ran into a girl I went to high school with, and I was mortified that
You were
my
the loser.
date had on eyeliner and nail polish.
It was Chris Angel, I bet.
No.
I wish.
I wish too.
It was my favorite.
Anyway, Celine is the princess of my life. Long story short, we wrote a book, back to us, called Lady Secrets. And when we wrote the book, what we did is we set up, as you guys know, or maybe you don't know, this confessional line, 1-844 sexy lady. And we had thousands upon thousands of confessions from you. Mm-hmm. And nobody out there in the world, except the three of us at this table and a few small editors, barely edited, know what made it into the book, what secrets made it into the book. Mm-hmm. And it's really exciting because we also wrote our secrets into the book. And so it's basically like, if you like a Chelsea Handler book where it's like, it's just SAF, that's where my clip went. I was just wondering where that was. I wanted to clip my hair, and Jack stole my brand new clip I just got. Anyway, so if you like the kind of like chicken soup for the soul, like our last book had a bunch of advice and stuff. This time, we're not telling you how to live your life. We're literally just entertaining you with these stories.
We're telling you how we probably f***ed up some of our lives.
It's not that chicken soup for the soul, not even similar to the tone of it, but
No,
the format.
but the
It's
format
literally
of like,
just because it's different stories.
you can
is
read
the only similarity to chicken soup for the soul.
Yeah, you can read all these essays. Some are long, some are short, like whatever. So I thought today it would be a great episode called Secrets Revealed, where we talk about the book and the kinds of secrets that we're putting in the book. And I would talk about something that I've been dying to share with everyone about how I f***ed up the book. The book is a up. It's printed. I made a major mistake. We could not fix it in time. It is going out with the book, and I'm here to tell you.
What this
I'm not sure if you do. So when we were in New York, so here's the story, and you guys can think about the secrets you want to share. So I am sharing the story of when I went on The Bachelor. Mm-hmm. And it has been, we've talked about it a tiny bit on the podcast, but I have never told the full story. Like, I'm going timeline. Did I know Chris Knight? What happened? The fraud? What they did when I got there, the room, the psychology test, like the whole, I'm telling the whole story. And I'm talking about how I didn't.
Because did they make you sign an NDA?
I have it's definitely over by now.
No, I know. But
Probably.
It's what all the people want to know.
It's what the people want to know. What happens when they put you in that room?
Yeah.
And they take away your fucking books. It's horrible. You can't even journal. Anyway, long story short, I'm giving all the tea on what it was like to spend 48 hours on The Bachelor. But I'm talking about in this essay about how, like, I signed up for The Bachelor and I really had never seen The Bachelor before because I didn't have a television. But that was a lie also when I've told that story, because I had seen The Bachelor.
You sound like Hilaria Baldwin.
I know. Like, I'm from Spain. No, so...
Cucumber.
Cucumber. So I had seen The Bachelor because my year of high school, where The Bachelor was first on, was the year that Trista and Ryan got together, the first Bachelorette.
Yes.
And that paved the way for everyone's like, they're like Trista and Ryan, and no one ends up happy on The Bachelor or Bachelorette.
Except
but there's Trista and Ryan. Like, still fucking hot fireman guy, right? So I'm talking about in the book that, like, I had seen Trista and Ryan and they had fallen in love, and I was so desperate for love that, like, maybe I could get my own Trista and Ryan. Except here's the thing. Guys, I edited this book 5 to 6 times, read every single one of my essays 100 times, had multiple people look at them. You know, I accidentally put Tristan and Ryan. I spelt her name wrong.
The whole time?
It is in the book. It's like, you know, our favorite Bachelorette couple, Tristan and Ryan. I'm going to get slayed by Bachelor Nation.
I don't think they are going to notice or read it.
Anyway, I'm so embarrassed because I'm reading the audiobook and I was like, wait, this is a major mistake. And I write the publisher and I was like, oh my God, you guys don't think it's that big of a mistake. But it, to me, is a huge mistake. And I was like...
As a skimmer, it's shocking that was the only mistake that you found.
No, that's the only one I found so far. I'm sure there's way more. But anyway, I'm super embarrassed about it because I think it is one of the piece de la resistance chapters of my personal essays. And I was really excited about it. And now I f***ed it up. So if you get a book that says Tristan and Ryan, you know that you're one of the first printings, because we're going to fix it eventually in other printings.
Okay. Thank God.
Thank God.
Okay. Jack, what was your hardest essay to write, and what was the one that you're the most excited for people to read? Let's start with most excited for people to read.
Yeah. Let me think about it. I think that, the essay that starts off the entire book, I'm the first essay in the entire book, because it truly is something that I do in my private time that I have never talked about to anybody in my entire life.
Not even Jerry.
Not even Jared, because...
Doctors?
No doctors, nobody. And I don't want to give it away because if I do, it's just going to give too much away. But I feel like when we're thinking about the concept of the book, where it's like lady secrets, like what are these things that are like deep down? It's not something that is up and I'm ashamed of, but it's something that I do alone, that I feel like I can't be the only one, and that hopefully by putting it out there, somebody could be like, me too. Or it's like made my life a lot easier, so maybe it could help somebody out.
Life hack,
if you will.
Like for
that, honestly, it's too extreme to do on TikTok.
Well, yes.
If you will. I would get blocked and put on the dark web.
You could do it in the way that Kelty showed how to get a bikini wax.
It hasn't been posted yet, but yes. I did do it with my leggings on. You could do that. That's actually really smart. And then even the brand, European Wax Center, I was like, I want to like revolutionize this content. And so I went and showed how to get a bikini wax. And they were like, ooh, can you put like an emoji over your vagina or something? And I was like, ooh, even too much for you guys.
But you guys, I filmed, not to go on an aside, I filmed Jared's entire experience at European Wax Center.
Is it
getting his back
amazing?
waxed. Yes.
Did he?
I was holding onto his hand.
Did he scream like 40-year-old virgin?
No, he was like, okay.
He was like Kelly Clarkson.
Because it doesn't hurt that much.
It really
not that
doesn't.
bad.
It's way less painful.
Becca, what are you like the most excited for people to read? I mean, you really went there. You dug deep. I think.
Well, I really don't know. I kind of was in a blackout when I wrote all these. You know, I do this thing. It's pretty much how I live my life, where I dread doing something a lot, and I end up just like sitting down at one point and just making myself do it.
Yes.
And then I throw it away and I never look back. That's what I did in these essays. And depending on the mood that I was in that day is who you're going to get.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's intense. It's intense.
Yeah, which is fine. I mean, I talked a lot about like baby making, which is like boring. I was like bored with myself by the time that I had to read it once over. So there were like, you know, the miscarriage story and other fertility stuff. And then as far as like gross stuff, I am not super excited about talking about my discharge in a book. But it's there.
But your discharge is truly what is
why we have
made
LadyGang.
LadyGang what it is.
Yeah.
And
so
you know
it deserves to be stamped in history. I think.
agree.
Pun intended.
Yes.
Stamped in. But I want to say something.
stamp.
No, if the snail stamp, if this book, like, listen, I know all the LadyGang listeners.
Don't say it. Gets in the hands of everybody on this earth.
No. Okay, well, that would be amazing. But
I wouldn't be excited.
But no, I think the LadyGang listeners, the girl listening to our podcast right now, hi, we love you. Like, you're going to love the book. There's a lot more than you think is going to be there. Like, I think we all dug deep. But, like, for me personally, I have felt ashamed of my snail trail my whole life. When I was a little ballerina and dancer and you would like take your tights off after class, you're like, what's wrong with me?
Yeah.
Like nobody ever tells you about mucus. And I literally forgot my underwear the other day when I was with Chris and I had to just wear a jean. And as I stood up after brunch, a little bit of juice juiced out of me and I could feel it. And I was kind of mortified. And I was like, no, it's okay because Becca has a snail trail too. Like that's what the Lady Secrets is meant to do.
Yeah, it's true.
I can't believe you still have discharge like that. Congratulations.
Not all the time, but like at a certain point, I think it's ovulation one day.
Yeah.
You know, it's not when I need it. Let me tell you that right now. It's not when I want to have it. All right. When we come back, I want to tell you about some of the stories that other people wrote in.
Summer is upon us and we are busy. We are traveling. We are socializing. We don't have time to be in the grocery store or cooking, but we want to be eating healthy, right? That's why we love Daily Harvest. They deliver delicious food built on organic fruits and vegetables. You can choose from smoothies, flatbreads, harvest bowls, and more. I legit just had a flatbread for lunch. And yesterday I had a strawberry peach smoothie midday and it was a chef's kiss, delicious treat. So there's so many options for any type of day. No shopping, no chopping, no heavy lifting ever. My freezer is stocked with delicious foods, and I just don't have to think about it because also they create food that's both good for my health and the health of the planet by supporting farmers who invest in practices that increase biodiversity and improve the health of the soil, and by delivering food in recyclable and compostable packaging. So they do all the work for you. Stay busy and eat sustainably with Daily Harvest. Go to dailyharvest.com/lady to get up to $40 off your first box. That's dailyharvest.com/lady for up to $40 off your first box. dailyharvest.com/lady.
This episode of LadyGang is brought to you by Chime. No one likes waiting on a paycheck, especially when you've got bills due, and that's why we love telling you about Chime. Get started at chime.com/lady. Now you can get your paycheck up to 2 days early with direct deposit. That's up to 2 more days to save, pay your bills, generally feel good about your money situation, get organized. But Chime is about more than just getting paid early. It's also an award-winning mobile app, checking account, debit card, and optional savings account. So what are you waiting for? Hopefully not your paycheck. Get started with Chime today. Applying for a free account takes less than 2 minutes. Get started at chime.com/lady. That's chime.com/lady. And we're going to post it on our Instagram. And we also post the link on our newsletter. So this will be really easy for you to find chime.com/lady. Banking services and debit card provided by the Bancorp Bank or Stride Bank NA, members FDIC. Early access to direct deposit funds depends on payer.
You're listening to the Lady Gang.
So for the first time since we've written this book and collected these secrets, it's been over 2 years, this project, I'm going to mention a couple of our favorite stories by title only. Mm-hmm. And you guys can, out there, you can guess what they are. And if you are the person that put it in,
it's in the book.
It's in the book.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is our first confirmed, Okay. There is a story called Socket Puya. Like socket to ya, but socket puya. Oh, Alexa loved that. Okay. There is a story called The Sister Shocker. And it's not like
doing the pink one in the stink.
I mean, I'm not going to say that. There's a story called Brother Fucker.
I'm sure if you wrote this one, I don't know.
I'm sure there's a lot of brother fuckers out there.
If you wrote a story about your vagina being a vagina flytrap, congratulations. You've made it into the book. You are on page 103.
One of my personal favorites.
And you got an illustration.
Yes.
There is a comic book illustration of the vagina flytrap. It's amazing.
Of your story.
Belongs in a newspaper.
It does.
Yep.
It's like a political cartoon. It is.
It really is. It really is. Okay, so I want to do... Oh, sorry, I have this mostly. If you wrote a story, this is the last one I'm going to give away because we have, I think, 8 weeks until the book comes out, so I don't want to give it all away. But if you wrote a story about ever having to poop and there was nowhere to go but a litter box, shitty kitty, you're in the book.
You get a car.
You get a car right now. Shitty kitty, you get a car. And it's very exciting. I feel like the level of the different secrets we got in, like a lot of them were sex. Everyone's cheating on their husband. A lot of like poop emergency and stuff. And then a lot of like just stuff that you would never believe. People speaking fake languages, people lying about their past. Like
people having body parts that usually are not on a human.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. Ooh, if you have a tail, you made it in the book. Congratulations. Anyway, I'm really excited for everyone to see it. And we did do the illustrations again, which is like really cool.
Yeah. That was
we didn't.
Well,
Wesley did
commissioned.
Wesley did.
Yeah.
I also like it because if you don't enjoy reading books, this is a book for you.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to go cover to cover.
Yeah.
You don't even really have to be sober reading them.
Yeah.
You can pick it up, like land on a page and go on an adventure for 4 minutes.
I agree.
No, it's great. It's great for commitment phobes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's like you finish an entire book in 3 minutes, like you said, then on to the next.
Yeah, You'll laugh and you'll cry. Okay, so my last question for each of us is what essay did you write that you're actually now terrified for people to read? Like I guess the regrets. Like I can open it up because I know mine. I wrote an essay about someone, and I'm naming her name, but for this podcast purposes, so I can deny it up until the day that it goes on sale for real. Julia Roberts. It sounds like Julia Roberts. Okay, she's a movie star. I'll let you guys guess.
Oh, God.
I wrote an essay about a time that she was really fucking mean to me. She was really mean. I'm naming the names. I thought her behavior was not okay. And I wrote the whole story. I apologized for my part in it. And Julia Roberts, I thought you were mean. And I wrote the whole story.
And it was probably just her on a bad day.
100%.
And unfortunately,
it's now in a book that everyone can read.
Hopefully it can go viral. Like, not for you, because you'd be, like, thrown under the bus, but, like, for the book sales.
I just want to say I didn't give my stamp of approval on this smear campaign.
It's not a smear campaign because I talk a lot about that. I understand why she was angry, and I'm defending myself of why you were wrong.
Yeah.
Like, I basically...
Devil's advocate, you know?
I did
Devil's
the thing...
advocate.
I did the
Not
thing
really.
where
No.
when someone should just apologize and just be like, I'm sorry. Instead of that, they went, here's all the reasons I did what I did. Like, I hate that.
She did
Sounds
that?
like a narcissist.
No, I did that. It's me. I'm the narcissist. Yeah.
I thought you were talking
We
about
knew
her.
this.
Yeah.
No. So anyway, I really wanted to tell this story. It's been a story that I have thought about a lot, and I wanted to. When Lady Secrets came, I knew it was the first essay I wrote. I want it out there. I am terrified of her hearing it. I don't think she's going to hear it. No. Will one of her cool people that works on her team, assistants, interns to the publicist, hear it? Yes. Am I terrified of her publicist? Yes. Am I terrified? I mean, you can't hurt me now.
That's what I'm saying. What is the worst case scenario? Like, what is your
You get
worst?
fired from Entertainment Tonight?
I already did.
Yeah. She won't come on Superfan, which she wouldn't anyways. She's not a music artist.
Well, and also I'm like, okay, then I literally started thinking, well, who are her friends in Hollywood that are then also going to put me on the blacklist? Like, I worried about Becca. I was like, what if there's a great project and Julia's producing it, or Reese is producing it, and Julia's like, oh no, that girl's in the LadyGang with that bitch who canceled me, and now you're not going to get the job.
Kelsey sure canceled her.
I'm not going to cancel her. It wasn't that bad. But anyway, I'm terrified of Julia Roberts reading this essay. And
She won't.
I don't think she will, but I hope it goes viral. I hope everyone realizes how shitty it is to be a member of the press, and you should be nicer to the little f***ing people, okay? Jack, what are you nervous about everyone reading?
Well, this one, I'm not that nervous about this, but I think that this is an essay that I wrote that everybody that has been a massive fan of the LadyGang will get a kick out of.
That's not the question I asked at all.
Well,
Peggy. What's the one you're scared?
I'm not
They're
scared
reading.
of anything.
Are there massive fans of the LadyGang?
Roll the tape.
That's not right. I need you to fucking calm down with these buttons.
Roll the tape. There are massive fans. You would roll the tape and people would be like, I love you.
Our massive fans have burnt our lady boxes. That's where those have gone.
Okay.
So what am I scared of?
Yeah.
The end.
Well, there is a story in the book about how I had a near-death experience with a penis almost murdering me that I'm a little bit scared of my parents reading. And I did make a disclaimer at the top of the chapter for them not to read it.
Which means they're going to read it. Of course.
So another disclaimer, Mom and Dad, please don't read the last chapter of the book.
Death by penis. I think that's what it's called. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Becca, is there an essay that you are nervous about the world seeing?
I can't really remember what essays I wrote, to be honest with you. So no, yes, I don't know. It's going to be like a big surprise.
I know.
I feel like when this book comes out, I am Drew Barrymore in 50 First Dates.
Yeah.
You're like, oh,
right.
I mean, I think you own everything, and you've always owned everything, so there's really nothing.
Yeah.
No, there's nothing bad.
There's nothing
as
that
somebody
I'm
who's
ashamed
read
of.
your stories.
There's nothing that you're ashamed of, but I think there's some shocking shit. Like the essay that you wrote about your big day in New York.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's a big story.
Yeah. No, there's some, what's it called?
Shocking moments.
Hot lunch.
I mean, I forgot what it is when I wrote this book, I was thinking about I don't really have secrets with my people in my life.
Right.
So I was just thinking about like kind of in that way where I'm talking about this big day in New York and I'm like, there's no one in my life that doesn't know this story. So I don't really care.
Right.
But then I forget that the people buying the book aren't actually the people in my life. And so it's going to be the first time that they're hearing it.
Yes.
And there are moments where I'm like, definitely not going to read my DMs for a while.
Yeah.
It's okay.
If ever.
I think that's okay.
Or maybe I'll lash out and be a psychopath.
Like, don't judge me.
Yeah.
Hot lunch.
Hot lunch.
Depends on the day.
Depends on, there you go. Depends on the day.
Well, I'm really excited, and I'm really proud of the book. I hope everyone will come and see us on our book tour. Tickets are available now at theladygang.com/tour. We're coming to so many cities, and if those cities sell out, we may come to the Pacific Northwest. I'm sorry, Seattle. You're hard to fucking get to. I'm going to need you to fly to Arizona.
And I have an ex-boyfriend there, and he probably won't know that I had a baby either. And it will be heartbreaking.
And the book is available. Lady Secrets is officially on pre-sale right now. So here's what you do. You go anywhere books are sold. Barnes & Noble, Amazon, Walmart, bookshop.org if you want to go to your local indie, Book Soup in LA, wherever you go, you pre-order the book. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take that receipt, that order number. You go to our website, theladygang.com/book. And you're going to enter that receipt number into our website. And we're going to automatically email you a $20 gift card to our site. So you can go get some pens, you can get a shirt, you can get $20 off whatever the you want from our site. And we're going to keep updating new merch. Plus, you get an instant download of my audio chapter of my George Clooney story, which is a wonderful story. Not as juicy as the Julia Roberts story, but very close. And so it's like a win-win. You get this awesome pre-order situation. And if you decide to come to the tour, you're going to get a signed book. So when you buy your ticket to see us on tour, every single ticket comes with a signed copy of Lady Secrets. So this is like a win-win. But Lady Gang, we need you. Please support us. I'm going to get desperate. The girls are rolling their eyes at me.
No, I'm going to get desperate. I think I may get a penis chart for Atlanta.
Oh my God.
I
Is
like
that
it.
off-brand for me?
No, I love it. It is off-brand
right?
for you, but I feel like you could do it. Like, Becca wants to sell at Atlanta. She
like
needs
my
to
Atlanta.
look cool in Atlanta, and I need to look cool in Boston, where my high school boyfriend is.
Yeah,
if I walk in there
that.
and it's like a golf clap, I'm gonna just be so embarrassed. It's gonna be my lady secret. I'm not showing up anymore.
I don't think I can show up to Atlanta if it doesn't sell out.
It's selling out.
I'm going to call in sick.
What if we have to call in sick?
We have a bubble, remember?
Oh, yeah, we have a bubble.
We bought a bubble, and if you have
You're
any
right. And then
illness,
you go in the bubble.
You're on the stage in the bubble.
I love it so much. Anyway, we're so excited to see you for tour. We're so excited for you to get this book. Please go order your copy of Lady Secrets right now. And
Lady
we will.
Secrets. Raw,
next
real,
Tuesday.
ridiculous, raunchy, and
Hot lunch.
Hot lunch.
Bye.
Thanks for listening. The Lady Gang is produced by Alex Ingber, Steve Delameter, and Jared Monaco. Make sure you subscribe, rate, and review our podcast. And if you love it, share it with your friends on social media. Like, oh my God, I just listened to Lady Gang. This episode's so great. Swipe up to listen. And if you really want to, which we know you do, please follow us on social. At Kelty, at Becca, at Jack Vanek, and at The Lady Gang. Sign up for our newsletter at theladygang.com and join our secret Facebook group. It's super fun. See you next Tuesday.